Self-therapy basically follows the same model as an actual therapist. A therapist will initially, as they take you on as a client, will have you fill out a questionnaire, right? You'll talk about your history, you'll talk about your struggles and that sort of thing. That gives them something to work with, so that when you do come into that first session, they're not flying blind. They have some idea of what your situation is, and that helps them to formulate their questions. So they can start then to interrogate you, not in a bad way, but start asking, just machine gun type questions to try and get you past defense mechanisms, right? Try to get you past excuses and try to get you to start speaking honestly. And sometimes it takes a while to get somebody to that place. That's what we call a breakthrough, right? I had a breakthrough in my session today. I had a real breakthrough. In other words, you had a realization, a belief change. You realized you were looking at things the wrong way, that you had a false or incorrect belief, that you had an irrational belief, something that wasn't actually true, but you've reasoned it out to be true. That's what we call irrational. Irrational is not rational. Okay, for something to be completely irrational means there's zero thought, none, okay? But irrational doesn't mean that there's not thinking involved, doesn't mean that there's not reasoning involved. It just means that it's distorted or false, okay? If someone has a false belief about something, they still have a reasoning process going on. It's just messed up. And so a breakthrough is when irrational suddenly becomes rational. When you realize you were thinking irrationally about something or someone, and you realize the coin dropped that you were thinking wrong about something, and suddenly you saw how to think about it correctly. That's a breakthrough. That's a revelation. That's an insight, coming to an understanding, coming to an awareness. And that's what therapy does. So you can do that yourself, but most people don't. Maybe they're just focused on dealing with negative thoughts. That's okay, but that's not enough. You have to interrogate yourself. You have to spend time, again, with pen and paper in hand and ask yourself tough questions. Ask yourself, why do you believe this way? Well, because of this. Well, why do you think that? Well, because of that. Well, when did that start? It started about this time. Who did it? Well, they did. Somebody else said it to you. Okay. Well, why do I still believe that now? What evidence do I have that that is really true? And you start working this out on paper because you're trying to get your thoughts out. Stream of consciousness. Don't stop, and think too deeply about it, right? To try and manipulate the process. No, we want that first reaction. We want what you literally think. And even if what you write down is not actually true, with further interrogation, the real truth is eventually going to come out. That's what happens again in therapy sessions. You'll tell the therapist on your third session, A, B, and C, but then by your seventh session, A, B, and C was bullshit. And now you're really saying what the issue is, right? We're really finding out what the problem is. I remember when my own marriage fell apart, and I was married for 25 years or more, so much was being put on me, as a problem. And I wasn't a problem. I didn't think I was a problem. And then about 8 or 9 months, after the initial split, my ex contacted me and said, "Hey, I just want you to know you're not my problem. You weren't my problem." And I just said, you know what? I know I wasn't the problem. You can take your mom and dad's head off of my shoulders. I can't pay their debt, right? And so we do that, right? They'll point at something as the problem. Now, not to say that I'm an angel or anything like that, but we point at someone as a source of problem, right? Not realizing that it's actually something else, that it's the other people that maybe hurt you in life or let you down in life, and you put it on that other person, like a spouse, to have to answer, to have to pay off these old debts that people did to you. That's your job. You're my spouse. You're supposed to heal everything and make everything right, right? Because that's what I saw on all the stories. That's what I saw in all the Hallmark shows. That's what I saw, and read in all the sappy romantic books. that everything is right when you find that other person, so they heal everything. And you realize, no, that wasn't their job. Wasn't their job. That you needed to come to terms yourself to be healthy yourself. And so everybody can be this way. We can all be blindsided in things. And we all need, to get our thinking right, to see things correctly so that we know what our problem is. Now, when the ex, said, "You're not my problem," that did not fix her problem, because she can simply take that into another relationship. But that awareness is key. That's a breakthrough moment, right? That she'll take into the next relationship, a better way of approaching things and not put that burden on another individual, right? So this is where we have to be aware. This is where we have to, be awake to the fact that, listen, I need to be secure and sound in myself, right? I want to be a resource for the special people in my life. I want to be something for them. I want to complete them, right? As it says in Jerry Maguire, I want to complete them. But in the sense that the two together creates a synergy to achieve a greater purpose, because marriages are economical in nature. That's what they're there for. That's how civilizations survive. They survive by marriages because marriages produce children, and you can take care of yourself, and a unit can survive. They didn't, 1,000 years ago, when they're surviving in Europe or Africa or Asia, they weren't reading a bunch of Harlequin Rome. They weren't reading Romeo and Juliet. They were married because it was an economical thing to do. And that's not a bad thing. The love and romance is a bonus. But together, you should be accomplishing something greater. You should be building something. So there's completion with other people. It can be with friends at work, maybe a business partner, again, someone that you're married to. We're surrounded by relationships. But to keep things healthy, we got to first keep ourselves healthy, deal with our own heads, give ourselves some serious therapy sessions to change the way that we think. If you keep reacting to stuff all the time, yeah, you need to have a therapy session. If you keep falling into sad times, yeah, you need to have a therapy session with yourself. If you can't break and reduce weight in your body, yeah, you need a therapy session, right? If you keep getting poor results at work, yeah, you need a therapy session. You got to deal with yourself. It's wrong beliefs, wrong perceptions about relationships and things that you do, and the way that you see yourself, that keeps producing poor results. Change it. Can you dig it? Hope you can.